What's up, guys? Welcome to Kick Back and Chill. I'm your host, Dan YC, and we the only show where you can kick back, relax, and have some fun on this Friday afternoon in Midtown, New York City. I'm super excited because this guy is back in action after producing tracks for Tinashe, YK Osiris, Little Mouse, and so much more. Plus, he's been doing a lot since COVID, man, and I'm excited to have him back. Y'all show some love for Promoboii. What's going on, man?
Take a step, bro.
Have a seat, have a seat.
Sure.
Woo. Back in action. Promoboii, how you doing?
Bro, we can't call it. We blessed, man. We back. You know what I'm saying? We back at the show with you, bro. It's been like 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, it's been
You know
2-3 years.
I'm glad we get to tap in and keep you updated, bro. One of the hottest shows I've been to in New York. So I'm just glad, man, we could catch up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you for coming back to the function. But ever since we did our interview, a lot has changed in music. I'm pretty sure you've done a lot so far. But let's just jump straight into it, man.
Yeah.
You know, hip-hop's 50 years.
Yeah, man.
50 years in the
came
game.
far.
However, there's not a #1 album or a #1 single. So it's kind of crazy, right? I just think, what do you feel like is the cause of that? And how do you feel like that could change towards the second half of 2023?
Well, you know what I'm gonna say. You know I'm gonna say. We need more producers. We need more songwriters, right? I just felt a lot of stuff it's not a lot of substance. Like everybody's trying to do what's it, right? Everybody's trying to be at the popular table. People ain't necessarily taking their time with the records. Everybody just necessarily just doing what they think gonna make them money. So I think that's what's missing from the game. People not taking their time, making the right records, the records that's gonna hit people instead of the records that's gonna people party to all the time. You get what I'm saying? And also not a lot of songwriters or producers in that room when them records is being pumped out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now let's talk about, you know, how a producer and a songwriter, like, how do they get paid? Because obviously they're on behind the scenes, they're on the back end, but when do they get paid after working on the project? And let's talk about the producer part first.
It's different. So you want to go first? You want to do
Producer, yeah.
Producer first?
Yeah.
All right. So it depends who you're working with, right? Sometimes you may find yourself in a situation where you can get an upfront fee, right? I remember Sean Garrett started this when he did Usher, Oh Yeah. Right, so you get an upfront fee as a producer. That means before you even come in the room, you got a certain rate that you want. You get it, or you don't get it. You get paid that way. If you up and coming or whatever case may be, if you don't got a lot of leverage, a lot of stuff that you get is going to be through the point system. So let's just say, for example, you write a song for Beyonce. It's you and it's 3 other people in there, right? So what they do is 100% of a record, 100% of the record divided by 3. You get what I'm saying? So now you got 33% or you got 35% or whatever your percentage is. Within 3 months after the record goes out, it's on Billboard, it's on the radio, this, that, and the third. If you got your affairs and your paperwork in order with BMI or ASCAP or whatever your royalty system is, they collect that money from you, for you. So in 3 months after the song blow up with Beyonce, you get a check in the mail for like $30,000 to $50,000 every 3 months. It's like a quarter dividends payout period.
And that applies for songwriting as well?
Same thing with songwriters. It's all about what you basically can structure. 5 points on the record, 10 points on the record. That's all about what you can leverage. You get what I'm saying? But you really, a lot of your money gonna get paid on the back end. Like I said, unless you some kind of big producer like Black Darkchild or Sean Garrett or, you know what I'm saying, Derek Milano or whatever. Like it's all about your leverage.
Yeah. Who's a producer that you work with or want to work with in the future? And you're like, man,
it's always the same. It's always the same. Hitmaker and Sean Garrett.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna start with Sean Garrett. A lot of his style is unorthodox, and a lot of his records I grew up listening to, not even knowing it was him. You get what I'm saying? So we talking about Wall to Wall, Chris Brown. We talking about London Bridges with Fergie. We talking about Beyonce Check Up on It, right? These is Yeah, Usher and Lil Jon. These is records I grew up listening to. I loved, and I couldn't pinpoint why I loved the records, and now I see why and who it came from. As far as Hitmaker, it's the sampling factor. It's the fact of him coming from being an artist to 1,000% converting over to a producer and a songwriter. Him seeing what he did with Tony Braxton, seeing what he do with, with all kind of different people, is how he bringing back that 90s feel. So shout out to him, make a sound, everybody over there. You know what I'm saying? Those are like my 2.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't lie. Hitmaker has definitely
a lot of work, right?
Been killing game. But I guess when he finally came out as a producer, like, a lot of people were shocked at the records that he did produce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. Just talk about, what's the process like when you're in the studio with an artist,
right?
And before you produce a record, like, because many people just feel like when you ask them, what is a producer? They always say it's the person that's producing the song. Well, that's not an accurate.
Hell no.
It's not an accurate
No,
definition. I'm pretty sure there's more to it. That talk to us like what you're actually doing when you're in the studio.
So you gotta understand, a lot of people, artists come to a producer. A lot of times, people have this sound in their head, this idea in his head. They whatever they have in their head. And the hardest part about it is how you can get 100% of that idea out your head onto that song, making it sound the exact same way. Also, try to make the song as much as appealing and catchy and relatable as possible, right? So I could pull a beat, I'll have to pull a beat in. I had situations where I had girls come to the studio and they were just like, yo, I'm feeling sad. And from there, I just dig in, okay? I make sure the pianos and the chords sound a certain way. We add the melodies. I make sure it's a 20-stack harmony coming in just so everything can sound right. You know what I'm saying? Like sonically, right? So a producer's job is just, like I said, to get it from point A all the way to the finish line. So that can be anything, writing a song, producing a song, bringing other producers in, bringing other artists in, just to make it come to life. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. So it's a lot of work. And how long can it take to produce a song, or if not an album?
It's a lot, Dave. Like you could get deep. I seen people like for example, P&B Rock made a song called Dream with Lil Baby and Young Thug, right? That's a record that took like a month, right? They did the vocals, they got that done. Then he decided to add a choir in. So they got to call the choir in, right? And that's another week or two trying to make sure everything sonically sound good. But for the most part, it's supposed to be quick. It's a feeling. You instantly know. You get what I'm saying? Like when you meet somebody, if you like them or not, right? You instantly know this is the one or this is done. It's something that the lyrics, when you put the beat on, I remember Will Smith talking about when he made Summertime. You know what I'm saying? He was in the Chicago airport and he heard the beat and the lyrics just flowed. Like it didn't take long. You get what I'm saying? He knew the purpose for it. So I think it's a quick process when it's a hit. You get what I'm saying? It's really a quick process.
That's what's up, man. Let's talk about, the record you did with Tinashe. Major congrats to you.
No.
How did that come about?
So a lot of stuff in that was my early days, right? So what I used to do was kind of like internship, right? So I would get with a producer that already had the accolades and stuff like that, and I would come up under him, right? So it was a producer by the name of Andre. Right, Andre was already in LA. Andre was already producing for Tinashe, Hitmakers, things like that. So what I used to do was Andre was come in, change the beats, change the drums around, things like that. So what I actually ended up doing was that's on the record with Love Me Some More. That's what Ty Dolla signed and French Montana, Tinashe Joyride album. So I ended up coming in, changing some beats around, adding some melodies, and I went through Andre, and that's how we ended up making the cut for that album. And this is early 2018, late 2017, like one of my first real big placements. But like besides Miller J, you get what I'm saying?
We're gonna take a quick break. I can't lie, that was real deep.
No,
that was real deep. We're gonna
it.
talk about this. We're gonna talk about this, in the next segment, okay? My boy Promoboii's here, man. He's rocking with us. We talking about music and so much more. So keep it locked and stay tuned.
Yep.